My God. You see that big bastard Brandon Walker and that Rasslin? Now that's some good shit.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
RASSLIN, that's wrestling. RASSLIN, that's wrestling. We're back and the streak is still intact. We are 2 episodes in without being canceled. Yup, we are right in that Undertaker territory, and this is Rasslin, and this is Stoolwire. Yup, it's the web series I've created, and I basically have taken Livewire and I've thrown the word stool in front of it, and there you go. And guess what? It was such a success, and we had such good comments that I went around the Barstool office and I asked people what they thought about the first episode, and here's what they had to say.
What'd you think about episode 1, man?
Dude, it was great. Jeff did great. Truth or Puke, that's right up his alley.
No.
Kelly nailed it too.
No. Wrestling, like, we're back again.
Wait, I got canceled.
We only got canceled twice. We're back.
I don't know.
Fuck, man.
The following announcement has been paid for by Rasslin because we don't have any sponsors. Hey yo, sorry to interrupt the show, but I just got word after I got done recording that the man himself, Brandon Walker, scored an interview. Yep, we got an interview coming out this week on the Rasslin YouTube channel. Make sure you go there, you subscribe, you hit the notification button because it's going to be coming out this week. Just want to let you guys know. Yes, I'm from my basement where the majority of you at your mother's house watch your pro wrestling. Cool.
Seems a bit that John Rich was a little bit confused there, but, you know, maybe he's working us into a shoot. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. Let's go right into your video voicemail of the week. And listen, this one is the biggest one on record. It's 6'12" of something of a metric ton. It's Big Trouble Ben Bishop. You know him. I know him. He's Brandon Walker's mainstay in BFW Enterprises. And here we go.
What's up, Stoolwire? It's your guy, old Big Trouble Ben Bishop, the earthquake and the pillar shaking. You know the rest. Here this week on vacation in Topsail Island. You know, it's spelled Topsail. The locals call it Topsail. No idea why. It doesn't make any sense. Hey, we're going to roll with it. It's a horrible day. So I wanted to jump on here. I wanted to ask old Nicky The Good, hardest working guy at Barstool. I wanted to ask him a question. And, you know, it's been about a year, a little over a year since I've been on Rasslin. When Brandon Walker endorsed me, told all the higher ups at all these companies, hey, you gotta sign old BTBB, he's made for TV. Still hasn't happened. So my question to Nicky, how come big men aren't respected in wrestling these days? It used to be where the big boys play. The landscape has changed and we know what it's like now. So questions to you, Nicky, wanna hear your take.
Thanks, Ben, for the question. So, why aren't big men respected in professional wrestling today? Well, I think it comes down to 2 things. Number one, the way we consume wrestling right now is way different than we did in the past, right? Everything's accessible now. You can see these guys wherever you want. Where back in the day, if you had a territory or a promotion and you wanted people to pay, you needed spectacle. You needed attractions. And to be honest, I don't think anyone was going to pay for people that look like me. People that are like 5'0". Like, I don't think we're going to get, people to pay premium dollar to come see me. But if you told me that someone was legit 7 feet tall and they were Big Daddy Cool Diesel, yeah, I'm going to pay for that. But times have changed. I also think that this wrestling community we got going, they like to see people that look like them. Do I agree with it? No, I like the big stars. I want the Big Trouble Ben Bishops of the world. I want the larger-than-lifes, the Brock Lesnars, all of those guys. That's why, I'm an Omos fan. I like Omos. Why? Because I don't see many 7'3" dudes just walking around. Say what you will about that, but that's just how I feel. Listen, I think this should be the land of the big men. It's not anymore, right? We have a lot of guys that are just not huge dudes that are big-time stars in wrestling, and that's great. But we still need the big guys. The big guys can do so much on the outside of the ring, on the inside of the ring. They just make the product look so much more credible. That's just how I feel. And listen, if you're out there and you need a big dude, you need a big heavy, Big Trouble Ben Bishop is your guy. All right, now let's go into the next segment. the most electrifying segment in all of the internet. It's the poll segment. Now, I reached out to everyone on Rasslin and I gave them a poll, and that was, what is more important to you as a pro wrestling fan? Is it the in-ring action, or are promo skills more important? We were close on this one, guys. We had 54% said promo skills were more important than in-ring action. 46% came in for in-ring action, and I got to agree. For me, promo skills are number one. In-ring action, like, listen, you need to be able to tell a story in the ring. I get it. What we have going on with all these guys with this incredible work right now, it's awesome. But you got to get me in the arena. You got to get me in the arena. You got to get me to pay a ticket, right? And for me, it's like you got to use that microphone. Right? That's how you got to talk people in. And to me, promo skills are where it's all started. You can get by if you could just talk, right? But I don't think you can just wrestle. I see many organizations with guys that can just wrestle right now. But, like, what's the longevity in that? Like, are you going to have a 20-plus year career just wrestling? I don't know. At least for me, that's not my style. It could be different from other people. 46% of people want to see in-ring action, so there's definitely a lot. It's not like this was a runaway poll by any means. But I got to say, I am happy with 537 votes where it's stacked up. You got to be able to work the stick. I think that when you have someone like an MJF out there and then you know he can do it in the ring, there's a reason why he's got Triple B around his waist right now. It's not a coincidence. It's because dude is fire on the mic. And now let's move on to the Ask Rasslin segment. So this week I actually reached out to you guys and I said, what's an unpopular wrestling take that you have based on the last 2 weeks of AEW and WWE programming? And here we go. Here's some of the responses we got. So, so we got Camo Tool Fan. He says, Seth's song is more over than he is. That's interesting. Listen, Seth Rollins has had some fire theme songs. And I will say, it might be true that the song is more over, like that's what people are most excited about seeing. But at some point, you got to give Seth credit. I mean, the guy is an absolute workhorse, and he has a character. Like, he's working his ass off to entertain us. So I don't think we can knock Seth in particular for just having a theme song that's more over. Is it more over than him? I don't know. But listen, like, Seth Rollins has made it like a point that when he comes to the arena, you're going to have something that you're interacting with. It was Burn It Down, and now we have the whoa, and it's awesome. So I don't think this is something I don't think it's an unpopular take. I think it's reasonable. But again, entrances are part of the character, and I don't think we can take that away from Seth. Seth is incredible, and he's obviously one of the dudes in WWE that has been consistent for, maybe he might be the most consistent guy on the entire roster over the course of the last 7 years. And the next one, let's go to the next one here. We got Dan Bean Sports. So at Dan Bean Sports says, it makes more sense for one of the Usos to dethrone Roman than Cody Rhodes does from a storyline perspective. Sadly, I think you're correct. And I say this as the main guy who's like, I want Cody to finish this story and I need him to have the belt. It makes all the sense of the world for one of the Usos to take that belt off Roman. It may even make more sense for Solo to take it off Roman. I mean, that's how strong this Bloodline storyline is. And I hate to say it because Cody is the guy, in my opinion, who's still going to dethrone him. So, yeah, sure, it may make more sense right now. But if it's going to happen at 40, if we plan on Cody taking the title of Roman at 40, we need to give WWE time to tell more of the story because there's a long way to go. The next question we have is, that LA Knight is wildly overrated and completely unoriginal. Feels like a combination of 5 different Attitude Era wrestlers and is reaching Mr. Anderson Kennedy levels of annoying. So I definitely don't agree with that. And that is from Jarv at New Kid Confusion. So you might be confused because the Attitude Era was like 25 years ago. So at some point, like, we got to look away from comparing what this version of LA Knight is to someone in the Attitude Era. I think LA Knight, he has a catchphrase, let me talk to you. I mean, that's incredible. Sure, but was that Attitude Era? I don't think so. I just think that's pro wrestling. Listen, he's got a great look. He's got great charisma. He's solid in the ring. what else do you want? Like, these are the type of guys we need on the roster. We need guys that can talk on the stick and that can, talk you into an arena. We just talked about it in an earlier segment. I don't think LA Knight is overrated at all. I don't think he's gotten to the point where you can even say he's overrated. He hasn't done much. And I think he's about to do a lot. And I'm looking right at Money in the Bank. Let's see. We got another one here. This is the last one we got for this week. Kevin Von Kevin at Dewman632. There's too much hate. Just enjoy wrestling, you nerds. Amen to that. Let's just enjoy it, man. It's awesome. Every day you go on Twitter, you just see like negativity here and there. Who's got what ratings? Who's got this? Listen, I don't care. I just want to tune in late at night and just enjoy it. Because bad wrestling is still good. It's still good TV. I don't care what you say. No matter what, you put pro wrestling on the television, I'm going to watch it. Am I going to love it and be like, oh my God, this is the best show ever every single time? No. But pro wrestling is awesome. And if you don't like it, get the hell out of here. And now let's jump into your voicemails. You guys sent actually a few this week, which thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's go to the first one here. Here we go.
Hey, yo, Nicky. How you doing? This is your cousin Pete from Connecticut. Get it like Ken Kniff? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Listen,
Yes, I do. I do
got
know
a
what you're
question
talking
for
about.
you.
I don't.
Tell everybody. We all want to know who was the best ring announcer ever that you've ever heard on WWE. From as far back as you can remember. All right? Get him, kid.
So who's the best ring announcer? I mean, the answer is obvious, and there's only one. It's Howard Finkel. The Fink is the greatest of all time in any sport, anywhere. It's not just pro wrestling. It's in all of entertainment. So that answer is easy as hell. What I'm going to take this time right now to do is say that Samantha Irvin, right now, she is just an absolute joy to listen to. She makes every single match that she announces feel so much bigger. When she does Reigns' entrance and you just see her going like this with the biceps and really just like literally from the bottom of her soul, just like announcing their names, like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, the Usos. She makes such a big fight feel that I think when it's all said and done, she may go down as like one of the greatest ring announcers that the WWE or any wrestling promotion has ever had. So I'll say that. So obviously, to answer your question, yeah, the Fink is the greatest of all time. But Samantha right now, I think she goes by Samantha DeBomb on Twitter. Hit her up and just tell her how friggin' awesome she is, because she's absolutely incredible. And we got one more. Here we go. Another voicemail.
Hey guys, just wanted to get your thoughts on the Cody storyline. Most marks, like Nick, thought
I'm a
WrestleMania
Mark,
was
big
gonna be
Mark.
the end of the story for Cody, but at the WrestleMania press conference, Triple H alluded to a longer storyline.
Yes, he did.
Just want to get your thoughts on what you think the future is in store for Cody after this rubber match with Brock. Thanks for y'all's time and for keeping wrestling going.
Thank you for the call. We've talked about it a lot. Yeah, the Cody storyline, where does it go after Brock? They're just, again, I think I said it last week, they're going to just have to find more people to feed Cody. I think that he's going to go against Rollins again at some point. I think they're going to have a back and forth over that title. But I just don't know right now. You got to stretch him out to 40 because it doesn't look like SummerSlam's the destination for him to win that belt. And if he's going to be the one to dethrone Roman, it's going to be at WrestleMania. So I just think they're going to stretch out Cody. Get ready to line up a bunch of just heels that he's got to go against. Bring back Orton potentially. That'd be awesome. So we'll see. A little legacy action. That's what I think they have in store for Cody. It's just about stretching him out to get to 40 so we can finish the story. And speaking of finishing, that's it for this week's show. Listen, follow us everywhere. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, on YouTube right here. Subscribers. Please subscribe. We're almost at 50K. We're knocking on its door. I really want to get there, so let's do that. But guys, thanks. I appreciate it. Make sure you comment below. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. It's all good, and we will see you next week. That's Rasslin. And by the way, what the hell was that guy doing with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Clemmer.
Rasslin, that's wrestling. Rasslin, that's wrestling. Rasslin, that's wrestling.